Hi everyone, welcome back to Crafting with Nikki. Today we're going to be working with Cricut iron-on. My mom wanted me to make her a shirt, and so I thought I'd take that opportunity to talk to you guys about how to use Cricut iron-on and show you guys how to make a really cute shirt. So stick around and we'll get started. Thanks. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and load our mat. And to do that, because the Cricut iron-on comes rolled up, it sometimes can be a little bit difficult to handle, but I found a couple tricks from other YouTubers that I watch. Auntie Tay is one of them, and she said to just kind of roll it up on itself the opposite way that it was rolled up. Another thing that I did do is I took the tube that it was rolled around, and while I was getting everything else ready, sometimes you can get it back in there, I went ahead and just rolled it up and stuck it right in there. Not all the way, just enough to kind of hold it in place while I got everything else around. But that seemed to definitely help make it not so, it wasn't so rolled up. So let me reposition the camera real quick and I will show you guys how to get it onto the mat. I've got my Cricut standard mat right here. And I am just going to, when you use Cricut iron-on, you want to put the shiny side down on the mat, because this is actually the transfer paper that you're going to iron over. So you want this to be facing on whatever you're ironing on. So we're gonna flip this back over. And I'm just gonna roll it up on itself, and I'm not gonna cut this because there's not a whole bunch there. I guess I shouldn't do that the other way. Alright, shiny side down, and I watched a video with Auntie Tay the other day, and she said if you roll this up, it kind of creates less air bubbles when you're rolling it out, because instead of, there might be a couple, but that's okay. But instead of trying to stick it on there properly, you're just having to roll it on there, and it kind of goes on there naturally. I've got the shirt that I'm going to use in the dryer right now with a clean towel. Just to make sure, because I did pre-wash it, I wanted to make sure that I pre-shrunk it and that I got all the moisture out of it. So while that's in the dryer, we will take this over to the Cricut and cut out the design. And we're going to upload real quick. Now I did upload this as a JPEG. I've got it, you can upload it as an SVG, but I'm going to show you real quick just how to change to create, if you're just using one color like I am, you can use this opportunity to upload just a JPEG and get rid of all the white space, and you're going to want to select the moderately complex, and then click continue down here. And then you can come in here and you're just going to select all the white, and it's going to erase it. So all the white that you're selecting is going to disappear, and the black is what's going to be cut out. Alright, now that we've got that done, we've got all the black selected and there is no white, and so only the black's going to be cut out. So we will hit continue, and we're going to save it as a cut image. And we'll go ahead and place that into the design canvas. And we're gonna wanna make this as big as we can. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, 11 and a half. I don't want it quite 12 by 12. So now that we've got it the size that we want, I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and select Make It. It's gonna pop up on the mat, and I am gonna go ahead and mirror it since it is an iron-on. If I weren't going to mirror it, it would appear like this on the shirt. Since I don't want that, I'm gonna go ahead and mirror it. Anytime you're using iron-on, you're gonna wanna mirror your image, especially if you have text. So we'll come down here and hit Make It. I've already got my Cricut Explorer 1 on, and I've got the dial set to iron-on. And now I'm just going to load it and have it cut, and I will see you guys in just a bit. If you hear my cats start fighting, I'm sorry, they are being extra grumpy because it's hot. Where are you guys from? Let me know in the comments below. We live here in Oklahoma and it's beginning of June and it's already hot. Alright, well, we've got this all cut out, and I did go ahead and I just did a terrible cut job there at the bottom because we're not going to need that part. And now I'm going to come over here with my little weeding tool while it's still kind of on the sticky mat. And I'm going to just tear up the part that I don't need. I've heard that iron-on is pretty easy to weed. I haven't used Cricut iron-on very much, but I guess we'll see. It is pretty easy so far. I've got a couple videos coming up. I'm in some Cricut Make It groups on Facebook, and as I've been in there, I kind of see so many women and there are so many Cricut makers having all these common problems of cleaning their mats and all these Cricut hacks and, you know, what heat transfer vinyl they're gonna use. And so I've been kind of making a list of all these questions that everyone has, and I'm going to do a video of Cricut hacks and Cricut's Cricut hacks and other things that you can use versus the Cricut materials. I did see, I've got a couple tutorials coming up with using the new Sports Flex Cricut iron-on, and then I saw that Sizer has a stretch heat transfer vinyl, so I was going to do a versus video to see which one worked better. But if you guys have any, I'm trying to remember what I wanted cut out. If you guys have any Cricut hacks or Cricut tips, go ahead and leave those in the comments below, and we will just make one big video of trying out different tips and hacks. I've even seen where people are using transfer paper that you use for cabinets as transfer paper instead of the Cricut transfer tape. And so we will just have to try all those out and see which ones are real and which ones are bumped. The shirt is still in the dryer. It was still just a little bit damp, and when you're using iron-on, you want to make sure that you have your shirt very, very dry, or whatever you're using, super dry, and then we'll go over it with the iron too, just to make sure that it is prepped and ready to go. So I'm gonna finish weeding this. I don't want you guys to sit here and watch me weed this. So I will finish weeding this, and then I'll go grab the shirt, and then we will get this hooked up onto the shirt. Pulled the shirt from the dryer. I went ahead and plugged in my iron and had it preheat just a little bit. I do have it set to cotton or linen, whatever the hottest setting is on your guys' iron. If you guys are using a Cricut press, that's great too. I do not have one of those currently. I'm looking into getting either the Cricut press or a pre-press. I've heard good things about both. I think it may just depend on the person. But I'm looking into getting one of either or. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run the iron over this real quick just to smooth out any wrinkles and pull out any last bit of moisture from the portion that I'm going to do the iron on. And then now that it's all nice and warm, make sure I pay attention. And before I press down too much, make sure it is straight. And the transfer paper on the Cricut iron-on is a little tacky, so it does stick to the surface you are trying to iron on. And I did go ahead and I'm just ironing on my table, but if you guys have an ironing board or some kind of hard flat surface to iron this on, I am just gonna take a pillowcase and, like a magician, we're gonna cover it up. I had to turn on my studio lamp and I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to use it because it just gets so warm. Alright, I'm just going to start up here at the top, and you just want to hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then pick up and move over. And I do have this to where the steam is off. You don't want any moisture coming out of the iron. You just want to put just a little bit of pressure on this. Pull this up real quick. I think one of the good things about either the Cricut press or the pre-press, you're not gonna have to do small little spots over here when you're doing big shirts. It'd be great for small things. I kind of want to order some of those. Have you guys seen they're like can koozies, but they're for popsicles. I thought it would be really cute to do some for my nieces and my nephews, since they're so much smaller. It's funny, I'm the youngest of the three, but all my children are the oldest. Alright, I'm gonna check this. Pull this off. And then we are going to flip it over. And maybe not take quite as long on this part. But you do want to flip it over and just run over the back just to make sure that it is getting pressed there on the shirt. Alright. There are a few spots here on the edges. Just pull this up slowly. Do you guys prefer using heat transfer vinyl, or do you prefer using classic iron-on? I'm losing a polka dot. These polka dots, I don't think I've got them very well. And we're off. I think that looks super cute. Go over it just one more time. Alright, I don't want to do it too much. Alright. So there we have our finished shirt. It's just a cute, fun little pattern that I created for my mom. She likes crescent moons. So I hope everyone liked this video. If you guys liked this video, give it a good thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I put out new videos every Thursday or Friday. There'll be a mix of Cricut crafts and other do-it-yourself videos. There's also going to be some more design videos where I show you guys how I make my designs like this one. If you guys want to follow me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find me at Crafted with Nikki or Crafting with Nikki on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. But Craft with Nikki on Facebook. Like I said, if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. And I just want to say thanks for stopping by. I think my mom is going to like it, so bye!